Hello, all. Coach Brad with Action Coach Business Coaching Services, and I'm here today with Michael Smith, owner and founder of Star State Mitigation. Michael, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Man, I'm upright and vertical and not sick, so I'm not going to complain. So, hey, appreciate you joining us today. I know you got kind of an interesting story about Star State Mitigation, so just tell me a little bit about it.
Well, we founded it after the tornado of day after Christmas in 2015. We realized there was a need for a service with integrity and empathy and compassion in our area. So Katie and I decided to go ahead and start it up then. I think we're on our third year now, so we're doing good work and taking care of people and helping everybody else.
So tell me a little bit about. So that's a great story of how you got started. What all do you do? I mean, what is encompassed in Lone Star State Mitigation?
We're a full service restoration company, so our primary business is water damage. We do water damage, mold, fire, biohazard, odor remediation, and along with that, we've actually picked up some disinfection work because it's something we normally do anyway with the sewage and the water and the mold. So, unfortunately, our business fell right into the model that needed to be responsive for the COVID crisis that's going on right now.
Yep. Okay, awesome. So you've been around since 3 years now? 4 years?
It'll be 3 years this year.
3 years this year. Awesome. So, wow. So who do you primarily serve, Mike? I mean, really, we call it our target audience. So who is your ideal client?
Homeowners and business property management type people. I prefer the commercial realm. We do a lot of homes, but homeowners are really kind of our wheelhouse just because of the amount of damage that occurs in people's houses. And we do quite a bit of commercial work as well. So.
Now, are you focused locally in the Rowlett Rockwall area? Do you go all over the metro area?
Yeah, we kind of loosely around the Metroplex area. I try to stay on this side of 35. Just, from McKinney down to Waxahachie and out to Greenville.
Okay, awesome. So, what one or two actions have you been taking that's been making a difference, and how's it working?
A couple actions I've taken. I'm actually ramping up my email marketing a lot more than I was before the virus hit. I've got a little bit more time in the office now. I've positioned myself a little bit better to be available to handle that kind of stuff. Two, we were actually looking at doing this before the virus hit. It was actually focusing, especially during flu season in the fall, on disinfection work. So this has actually ramped up our ability to go out and touch bases with people, and especially commercial type accounts as far as doing some of that work. School districts and city buildings and county, state, federal government buildings are really more our focus on that. But that's something we've been doing. So getting all the back end work done as far as getting registered with all these different entities and all the different systems that you have to be on to do that. So those are a couple of steps that I've taken to actually kind of weather the storm. I mean, we've actually been fairly consistent with our work. I mean, we haven't been too bad as far as a downturn. So it's just I've positioned myself to be able to do a little bit more of the ownership type stuff that I need to be doing.
Awesome. So it sounds like you guys, first off, are ideally situated to be able to handle a lot of this disinfection stuff, and you found a nice little pivoted direction to kind of work your way into that. So maybe come out of this with maybe a little bit of an expanded product offering. So that's cool. So interesting question. It's been said, smart people learn from the mistakes, yet wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So you've been in business for going on 3 years now. So what are some of the mistakes that you've made with Star State Mitigation that could perhaps be of benefit to other business owners out there?
One of the mistakes was having too many mentors in too many different spaces. I've kind of narrowed that down to where I've got very industry specific mentor, or two of them, that have been very good for me as far as getting my head straight and understanding some of the stuff. They've been doing it for a while and they understand the nuances. One of the most important things, especially in our industry, is the payment system, the way that it's structured. It's been very hard cash flow wise for us with the receivables. We've implemented a new system where, we pre-authorize a credit card when we show up on a job site. And we're definitely making sure we collect 50% down before we start any repairs. In an effort to try to be the good guy and to help people out, I actually ended up hurting ourselves and our business by not being more strict and stringent on those type of things. So those are some pretty big things. Cash is king in a business. I mean, you can have all the revenues you want, but if you're not collecting the cash, then you're not going to be in business too long.
That is so true. That is so true, and I appreciate you sharing that. And in my line of work, all too often I see that similar kind of a mindset to yours, in that they want to be a benefit. You want to be to help people out there, but a lot of people don't understand that both business, personal, health. You can't help anybody if you don't help yourself first. So if you're not financially and mentally and physically healthy, you're going to be of no good to anybody else. So I'm glad you see that, and thanks for sharing that, Michael. Second,
I have something to piggyback on that. Actually, I just read a book, How to Charge More Than Your Competitors, and understanding your value. When I first started, I was the guy on the truck, and I was the tech, and I was everything, and I didn't really understand my value. I'd come out of a corporate job where I got paid every week, and I had a steady paycheck, so I was hungry, and I was like, okay, I'll come do that for like nothing. Not taking into account that I had overhead and I had all this other stuff. So people, I really avoid, I've gotten the mentality where I avoid price shoppers because I'm not interested in working for them because they don't understand my value. And if they don't understand my value, then they're not going to want to pay for my value. And, to me, my time's very important. Any time I'm out working is time away from my family. So, understanding my value and conveying that properly and expecting people to respect that has been huge.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing that, sir. So second to last question. So I've got your email and your website, phone number. I've got all your contact info, which we'll share when this gets posted. Anything else you'd like to share? Any offers you've got, the special offers right now, or anything you'd like the public to know about Lone Star State?
We actually have a YouTube channel, and I'm pretty active on LinkedIn. We've got some great videos that we're producing right now. With everything starting to open back up, one of the ones that we were working on this weekend was talking about disinfection. That's actually a huge thing right now. Most people don't understand the nuances behind disinfection. So, maybe take a check out our YouTube channel, check out our LinkedIn profile. We've got some good videos. Some of them aren't released yet. We're still working on the editing on them. But, just trying to provide value and knowledge for people, that's not necessarily, readily available or people just aren't aware of.
Very good. Very good. So last question, Michael. So tell me, what is most inspiring to you today?
What is most inspiring to me today? Man, just the fact that I'm here and alive and I'm able to learn. That's a big thing for me. I've restructured a lot of my things over the last 3 years, like my daily routine is inspiring to me. That sets up the whole tone for my day. I get up at 4:30. I go through a very specific set of actions that I do every day. They're all geared towards self-development. That inspires me. That provokes me to do better for me, for my family, for my clients, for my friends, for everybody.
Awesome. Well, perfect, Michael. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I thank you for being a leader in the local business community here and continuing to show and be an example for other business owners out there. And man, just thank you for your time. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, Brad. It was good to see you.